Welcome to another production of ParkTV Sports 16. Tonight we're broadcasting from the campus of Benilde St. Margaret's, bringing you the final in Section 5 Boys Lacrosse. And tonight the Benilde St. Margaret's, ranked number 1, will be taking on the number 4 ranked St. Louis Park Orioles. How each team got here is as follows. Benilde got a bye and played the play-in game between Hopkins and Robbinsdale Cooper, and Hopkins won that and had the right to play Benilde St. Margaret's. And last week they did play, and the Red Knights beat them handily 15-0. How did St. Louis Park get to this final game? Well, they also had a bye round 1 and were scheduled and played Providence Academy last week. ParkTV Sports 16 brought both those games to you. And St. Louis Park came from behind to beat Providence Academy in the second half on largely the back of great goaltending and by Will Lott and great goal scoring by Brody Ilstrup. So they won that game 15-10 after being down at halftime, and that's how they got here. So tonight we have the cross-town Highway 100 rivalry between Benilde St. Margaret's and St. Louis Park Orioles. So it should be a great match. Number 4 versus number 1, both in the top half of the bracket. And we'll see what happens and who goes on to meet the winner of Robbinsdale Armstrong and Blake School. They are in the other semifinal that will be played at Blake just as this game gets underway. And so there you have the initial handshake to start off the match. And we'll be underway shortly with the face-off from midfield. So Cole Justison will take the face-off from Coleman Reese, number 21, and Benilde will be going on your screen from our right to our left in the first quarter here. And the St. Louis Park Orioles will be going from our left to our right. And right away, Reese wins that all-important face-off and delivers a pass intended for number 1, that's Jack Van Overbeek. He maintains possession, and the Red Knights will set up their attack for the first time. That's number 27, Eric Weber in the corner. Back to Vanderbeek behind the net. That's Will Lott in net for the Orioles. He had a great match last week. Up on top, that's number 22, Ben Shear. He was unable to score last game. He had a bunch of shots, and we'll see if he is more accurate this game. He's one of their best attackers, along with number 24, Quinn Elin on his left. And on his right is Shea Kinney Leonhardt. And that is Quinn Elin, number 24, with the ball. He takes a shot and he scores at the 11:03 mark. The first goal goes to the Red Knights off the first faceoff. Quinn Elin put a nice running move on the Oriole defense and put it by Will Lott for the first goal. Nice job by the Red Knights. Here's the replay. Quinn Elin just uses his speed to blow by number 26. That's Jackson Loken. He had a nice game the other night against Providence Academy. Had at least 3 or 4 goals. All right, now back to the face-off at 11:03. 1-0 Red Knights, and it looks like we have Coleman Reese against number 15, Cole Justison once again. And the Orioles come away with the all-important face-off. Can they answer this time down? Number 6 had the ball for them, Mitchell Vortherms, and he loses it, and Benilde picks it up, and now they have possession with number 4, Edmund Hose, on it. And he gets a pass quickly, and it's dropped. Scramble, and there is a whistle and a push called on number 16 for the Orioles, Caleb Messick. So the Red Knights maintain possession with Eric Weber behind the Oriole net, looking for their second consecutive goal. And there's a pass from Weber to Edmund Hose, who was positioned perfectly in front of Will Lott for the second goal. So the Red Knights are 2 for 2, 2 possessions equals 2 goals. That's a perfect night on the attack, and at the 10:26 mark, they get their second goal. The Red Knights have a really good, experienced team. They are going to be tough to beat. So we'll see what the Orioles can do here. They won the last faceoff briefly and then turned it over, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see if there's any change. It looks like Mr. Reese, Coleman Reese, for the Benilde Red Knights in white. And is that Justison again? It looks like it is. And the ball comes loose, and it is picked up nicely by number 44 for Benilde, Jack Wrigley with the long stick. So this will be the Red Knights' third possession in a row. Will they go 3 for 3? Here they come. That's number 2 for Benilde, Seamus Foley. Now it's behind the net. That's Eric Weber. He's sort of the quarterback behind the net. And the quarterback in front of the net is Shear, Ben Shear. And then there is Quinn Elin on the left wing, and that's number 19, Brian Arnold on the right. They're their main attackers. Here comes Quinn Elin. He goes down, no whistle. And there's a turnaround shot by, I think that's Van Overbeek, and it goes over the goalie's crossbar and out of bounds. Benilde retains possession. Edmund Hose now in the far corner down there. As he trots around, being attacked there by, defended by Grant Plender for St. Louis Park. Still Van Overbeek. Back out to Quinn Elin. He got the first goal tonight. There's Hose, he got the second goal, and that is dropped by Brian Arnold. Ball is loose, and Arnold gets it back and scampers away from the Oriole defense. So Orioles holding tough here on defense, and there's a shot. Oh, they called a goal. We'll have to look at the replay. There's Quinn Elin. He just takes a flyer there and takes a shot in traffic. And where did that go? Can we catch up? Yep, upper left-hand corner. Boy, it bounced out of there really fast, but the goal is going to count. So Quinn Elin gets his second goal of the match. And Benilde has a 3-0 lead here early at the 8:53 mark of the first quarter. Looks like there is an explanation being given there by the referee. There's another replay, and I don't know if we can see that again. Okay, so the white line, so it was inside the white line, and it looks like that's what it did. It bounced down, so good call there by the goalie. Clearly it was across the white line, so bad luck there for Trent Lott, Will Lott, I should say. You want the goal post and the crossbar to be your friend, not your enemy. And in that case, it was the enemy. But meanwhile, the ensuing faceoff is won and controlled by the Orioles. So now they have a chance to answer here. They're only down 3-0. And there's a pass by number 6, Mitchell Vortherms, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be the Red Knights. That's the second turnover in a row by Mitchell Vortherms. He had the ball, and he was shaken loose from this basket, and then he throws an errant pass. So not a great start for him. Let's see, hopefully he can get better for the Orioles. Meanwhile, there are the Red Knights. Out on top there is now a substitute. Number 42 is Turner Wine, a junior attacker. As Benilde continues to change on the fly to get fresh bodies in there and to rest their starters. So Brian Arnold is out, and in is number 20, Jerome Newhouse, along with Turner Wine, who we mentioned, and then that's number 18, Shea Kinney Leonhardt. So they're on attack in place of the 3 starters here at the 7:35 mark, and Benilde moves that ball around very efficiently. Short, crisp passes is their style. It works well, and there's a wide open opportunity for Shea Kinney Leonhardt, and it sails wide left to the goal. Here's that replay. He had a point blank rod, he just missed it. Yep, had that corner and just missed it, but they retain possession. And there is a pass intended for Leonhardt, and it goes by him, and the Orioles will get the ball. So this time the Red Knights fail to score on that possession, but they're 3 for 4 on goals. And here come the Orioles, who have had basically one possession and turned it over. So here they come on their second. They are receiving some pressure, just getting it across midfield, and the Orioles having a hard time holding on to the ball. I don't know if that's nerves or just great defense by the Red Knights. They look a little discombobulated right now. Hopefully they can settle down. And they are run into a timeline, and here come the Red Knights. They are not wasting any time trying to catch them on their heels. That's the ball out to Shea Kinney-Leonhardt, number 18. See a change there, coming in on the top of your screen. There's that guy coming in. That is number 20, Jerome Newhouse. Out on attack, and there's a shot, and that is wide by Van Overbeek. Boy, it looks like the Red Knights are a little hopped up, and they should maybe slow it down just a little bit when taking their shots. They're really trying to put a lot of pace on it, and it might be causing them to miss. The last couple shots look like they really overswung on them. And here's an, oh, that was a nice fake, and Van Overbeek. There's Will Lott with a great save on Van Overbeek, and the ball goes awry, and it never, there's a whistle, and the Orioles will maintain possession, and the ball will advance into the Benilde zone, and that is Jackson Loken, number 26, back out top to, let's see, that's number 2. No, that's number 6. Again, Mitchell Vorderm still in the match. And there's Loken, 26, looking for an opportunity. One difference in the offensive strategies of both teams are that the Orioles try to run their ball into position. They pass much less than the Red Knights. You'll notice that. And that's what happened there, and he slipped and he lost the ball, and that's a third turnover for the Orioles. And now the Red Knights take a timeout at the 5:25 mark, up 3-0. Not exactly sure why they would call that, except maybe due to the fact that they didn't score in their last trip down into the Orioles zone. They didn't score, and maybe Coach Rob Horn wants to correct something and make sure they keep on their scoring barrage here early on, leading 3-0. Looking at the Benilde St. Margaret's regular schedule this year, they are 12-2 coming into the playoffs. And looking to see, they did play St. Louis Park early, first game of the season, so that was their only meeting. 19-4 was the victory over St. Louis Park way back on April 20th. So if that's any indication, looks like there's some stick checking going on. See if they're legal. Doesn't appear they found any violations. So Benilde's gonna come back out on the field. The Orioles are still talking things over. They gotta come up with a strategy here. Basically, I think they just need to not be so nervous and start to just settle down and play their game. They've been having a hard time keeping the ball in the basket and letting it get away from them right away. But they played a heck of a match against Providence Academy, and they're capable of playing a lot better than what I'm seeing now. So I think they just need to settle down mentally, and they should be okay. But getting that next goal would be key. Okay, so we're about to get underway again. Benilde will have the ball, and we have our starters back in there. So that's Quinn Elin. Back over to Hose to, that must be Weber. That's his spot. It is. And there's Brian Arnold on the right wing, up to Ben Shears. Ben looks around. Benilde just standing around right now, just content to pass it around, taking their time. Now they start to move a little bit more. Nice pass back and forth, and Brian Arnold takes a bounce shot, and it goes wide left of the goal. Here's that replay. Big shot. Boy, they really take big, hard shots, and there's a goal. Looks like that was by Ben Shears, number 22. I don't know. Let's see if we can go to the replay. Yep, so we were showing the replay. That was a quick goal, and I was not seeing it either. So all I know is Ben Shears scored. So they're up 4-0. It's their 4th goal out of 5 possessions. And this time, Ben Shear, number 22, gets the goal. He didn't get one last week, so he got the monkey off his back. He's used to scoring a lot. Nice job by him. So we're back, and that's a different Oriole taking it. This time it's Ernesto Garcia, and he's been a regular at the faceoff. See if they get better luck, and this time they do not. And that is Ben Weber at midfield on attack over to Edmund Hose. He's number 4. Over comes number 6, Mitchell Vorthams, to mark him, and he gives the ball to Quinn Elin. He got the first goal of the match. Down to 4:20 here in the first quarter. Beautiful 80-degree night here in St. Louis Park. Oh, quick shot, tricky, went wide right. Edmund Hose there. And just missed to the right. Looks like Will Lott had a good beat on it though. And there's Hose again with it. He gets it over to Elin on the left side. That's Van Overbeek. Quinn Weber behind the net. There's Brian Artie, takes another shot. So Benilde content just to sit on the perimeter on the outside and just take shots. And it hasn't been working for them so far. They seem a little less aggressive, but they're up 4-0. In the semifinal 5A boys lacrosse varsity. Oh, nice pass by Ben Shear, and Brian Arnold takes his 3rd consecutive shot, and he's wide right on that one. So nice pass here, though. This is the passing I'm talking about with Benilde that they can do so well, and I think it gives them an advantage. Well-coached team. Oh, they lose it there. That doesn't happen very often for Benilde. There's Elin, there's Shear. Oh, he fakes the thing. What control he has of the ball. And Quinn Elin moves to the left, gives it up to Weber. Weber back out to Arnold. Shear looks inside, and a quick pass and a turnaround shot by Van Overbeek. And another great save by Will Lott, and here come the Orioles along the right side. That is Mitchell Vorthams, number 6, and a whistle on contact there. What a save by Will Lott. So the Orioles now are going to talk things over, probably to plan offensive strategy. They really need a goal. Here's that replay. And this was a neat little pass. Watch Van Overbeek come up here in the middle. That's a surprise, and try to do the quick shot. And Will Lott with the foot save. Great camera work by our crew there. He is having a great night, and the Orioles are going to need him to have a great night if they're going to have a chance to win this. But right now, their main concern is getting some offense. We haven't even heard from Brody Ilstrup. I don't think he's even had the ball. So if I'm the coach for the Orioles, Chris Bixby, I'm like thinking we got to get the ball into Brody Ilstrup's hands. He's their big stud, and we need him to get the ball so he can try to do some magic here. But that's they haven't gotten the ball to him at all, and if that means he's got to bring it up himself, if they can't get him the ball on a pass, then I think I'd bring him back on the defense and have him bring the ball up. I think it's the only way to get him the ball, then that's what they got to do. So the Orioles are going to come on out and see if we can observe some different type of offensive strategy. So the players will assume generally the position they were in when the timeout was called. So it looks like number 12 for the Orioles, Cal Hedblom. He's gonna start it out with possession. Behind him is number 14, Grant Plender. Also in the backfield is number 16, Caleb Messick, and we're underway. And Messick has it with the long stick, and he finds his teammate Ben Baca, number 99, at the top of the screen. He gives it up to number 29, or that's 99. Yeah, it's Ben Bakken with the ball still. And that's Brody Ilstrup. Yep, he has possession. You had to get the ball to him, and there he takes a shot right away, and he is wide left. I would have liked to seen him be a little bit more patient before he took a shot. That looked a little bit desperate. I think just to come in and just establish some possession. and just get there. But they still have it, so that's good. So number 15 has it. That's Cole Justison. And that is Loken, 26 with it. So Orioles look like they've settled down just a little bit. They're just going to trot around. 4-0 is not an insurmountable lead by any stretch. They were up 4-0 to start the game against Providence Academy, and then Academy came back with 5 consecutive goals. So anything's possible. There is Loken. Oh, he tries to take a shot. Great defense by number 5, John Stone, to knock it away. And the Red Knights pick up the rebound on that, and that's Will Hodder, 15, and he gets decked on the sideline. And that is a legal hit. He's out of bounds. Watch Loken come over and knock him out of bounds. And he paid the price, Hodder. And that is a turnover. Nice job. This game, anybody says this game is not rough, it is indeed rough. Big hit there by Locken. And that's another thing that the Orioles might have to start doing, is be a lot more physically aggressive and start to try to knock the Red Knights around a little bit. Worked well that time. They got the ball back. That's the first turnover by the Red Knights. Okay, here comes Mitchell Vortherms, number 6. Got off to a shaky start, but he looks like he's settled down. That's nice to see. So that is number 12, Kyle Hedblum on top. And there's Brody Ilstrup. Oh, nice fake there by him as he wheels around. As you can tell, they like to go in with their feet more than with the passing. Oh, nice move as he blows by that guy and scores it. That was absolutely unbelievable. Wow. That is incredible by that guy, Brody Ilstrup. Look at the spin move, and he doesn't even look like he's the most fleet of foot, but boy, did he just spin around these guys, saw some daylight. Another spin move. And right there, what a intelligent, creative move there. And he can go to his left, and he takes the hit from Hodder. Wow. That was the play of the game there so far. All right, so now it's 4-1. And we go back to midfield. That's at 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. Boy, did the Orioles need that. And they needed it from that guy especially. All right, on the ensuing faceoff, that's number 7, Alex Wiebert. Down in the corner, looks like Van Overbeek, number 1. He trots around. So Benilde, they're probably going to go for a last shot here. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Good first half here. First quarter. That's Ben Shear. So the starters are in there. Brian Arnold to Weber, back to Arnold. Weber. Benilde has failed on their last several shots from the perimeter. No one's really looking to get in the middle there. And there's a shot and another save by Will Lott. And there's 17 seconds. Can the Orioles get down and try to get another goal to cut it to 2? 12 seconds. And there's a nice pass to number 14 for the Orioles. Grant Plender, he can't handle it and unfortunately goes out of bounds. Benilde there with the long stick. That's number 17. Evan Eliason, and there's 2 seconds to go, and that will end the first quarter. 4-1 Red Knights lead. Orioles scored the last goal. Come on back for the second quarter.
You've known for years that this is the #1 cause of lung cancer, smoking. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. But do you know the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers? It's in this room. You can't see it or smell it. It's radon. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. It can build up to dangerous levels without notice. Now the Surgeon General has issued another lung cancer warning. And whether you smoke or not, breathing radon can cause lung cancer. That's why you need to have your home tested. Protect your family. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Heed the warning. Have your home tested, because radon problems can be fixed.
Welcome back to the campus of Benilde St. Margaret's. We're bringing you the semifinal boys lacrosse here, Section 6. Benilde St. Margaret's is hosting the St. Louis Park Orioles, and we are about to begin the second quarter. Out come the referees. A summary of the first quarter is Benilde got off to a very fast start, scoring a goal within the first minute, and then they tallied 3 more to get up 4-0. And then the Orioles took time out, and we saw Brody Ilstrup start to get the ball on consecutive attacks by the Orioles, and Brody Ilstrup scored an unbelievable highlight type goal. Couple 3 spin moves, some speed, a burst of speed, and then switching the ball from the right side to his left shoulder to score it was just an excellent, skillful shot and goal there. So we will begin the second quarter. That looks like Ernesto Garcia taking the faceoffs, and I'm guessing it's Coleman Reese. Hard to see his number. This time Benilde will be going from our left to our right here to start the second quarter. And we're underway, and that is Coleman Reese, who comes away winning that, much like exactly at how they began the first quarter. And quickly, the Red Knights set it up, and that is Van Overbeek over to Eric Weber, back to Van Overbeek. And there looks to be more of an intensity in the Red Knights here coming out in the second quarter. They looked a little lazy after they got off to a 4-0 lead, and you can't be lackadaisical. Wow, they turn it over right away. The Orioles have really settled down here, and a lot, the nice pass there to number 14, almost picked off by Van Overbeek. But that was number 14 hauling it in, Grant Plender. And now number 29 has it, that's Zach Ryan for the Orioles. He's the junior attacker. He had a few goals the other night against Providence Academy. So the Orioles start out nicely here, much different than in the first quarter. As they begin the second, that's Mitchell Vortherms. Yep, I think they had a case of the nerves, and let's see if they got to hold on to the ball. That's been a problem for them. And I think Benilde has good techniques on how to check that ball loose, but they come up with it here. That's Zach Ryan, number 29. And he gets harassed there. I think that's where they got to learn to pass a little bit more than they do. But now a turnover by the Red Knights again, and Vortherms has it. Can they capitalize? They got that first goal, but looking for that second. And boy, they are having a hard time holding on to the ball. It's been their Achilles heel, and again, they get it checked away. Wow, they're just getting beaten up here by Benilde, and now there's a whistle. And a penalty, there's a flag down. Let's see what that is. Still can't tell who that's on. See who takes a knee on the far sideline, that's how we'll know. Vortherms just came out, but he doesn't look like he's taking a knee. I don't know if there was a penalty. Maybe they picked it up. Yep. On the far side, a 30-second technical. It looks like that's Jake Loken. Yeah, there he is, number 26. He's on his right knee there. So 30 seconds, Benilde will have a man advantage, and here we're off. And that is Quinn Elin. Back down to Van Overbeek. Edmund Hose, so their starters are still in there that started the game. That's Ben Shear, but they've in a little bit of different positions, though. Quinn Elan's on the right side, and Ben Arnold's playing where Shear does it. Will Lott makes another great save. What a match is he having after a little shaky start. It really wasn't his fault. His teammates were giving the ball up in impossible situations. And here he comes out, and he tries to get an outlet pass, and he sends it into traffic. That was ill-advised. And now Ben Shear has on the left side. Look out now, the Red Knights could be dangerous here. And there's a wide open Eric Weber, and he puts it in. Yep, just what I thought might happen. Orioles got caught. Boy, Will Lott made a great save, and then he made an unfortunate pass. And this is what happens when the Red Knights have numbers. And Eric Weber found that upper right-hand corner. Nothing Will Lott could have done other than not attempt that pass to midfield. So let's see, they shouldn't do that again. All right, so here we go. It's 5-1 at the 9:37 mark of the second quarter. And it looks like that's Garcia and in for the Orioles and Coleman Reese. Yep, it's Reese and Garcia, and Reese comes away with another one. Benilde's had the advantage now. They haven't won all of them though, however, so now they set up again. They look a lot more intense than they did the second half of that first quarter. I'm sure their coach, Rob Horn, had something to say about that. They didn't seem engaged. Now they seem engaged again. There's Eric Weber. Back to Van Overbeek. Back up top. That was number 20 for the Red Knights, Jerome Newhouse. Van Overbeek takes the same shot from the same angle and hits the same spot as Eric Weber just did a minute ago. And at the 8:57 mark, the Red Knights add to their lead. 6-1 on Van Overbeek. There he is, and he comes right in there. Boys, he wide open. That is a lapse in defense. Late coming over was number 14. Grant Plender failed to recognize that situation and just got over there way too late. So the Red Knights starting to take command here again in the second quarter, up 6-1 at the 8:56 mark, and the ensuing face-off between Reese and Ernesto Garcia, it's still loose. Orioles need it, and there's a whistle and an illegal procedure on the Red Knights. So now, number 1, Benji Weiberg has it for the Orioles. Still not completely out of it here. That's Zach Ryan being harassed. And they just continue to try to run that ball by the Red Knights, and there's going to be a timeout, and a wise one. And what happens is the Red Knights double team him, and he can't find a way to get rid of the ball. So there is the Section 5 boys lacrosse bracket. Up top there, it's Benilde St. Margaret's number 1 against number 4 St. Louis Park. And then you've got 2 and 3 being played over at the Blake School, also not too far here, down on Excelsior Boulevard. So the top 4 seeds have made their way into the semifinals, and the winner of this match will take on the winner of Armstrong Blake. And I believe that location is predetermined to be at Armstrong High School on June 8th. So that's 3 days from now. That's on Thursday. The championship and the right to go to the state tournament in boys varsity lacrosse. So the timeout is about to conclude here. Benilde breaks their huddle.
The Orioles will start with possession outside the attack zone.
No wind here on a beautiful 80-degree, low humidity. Just perfect conditions. The flag's out behind the Red Knight goal, virtually standing still. Just a very, very slight breeze. Just a lovely evening to be out. One of the things to watch, though, as this game progresses, and I noticed in our last broadcast, is the shadows from the grandstand are starting to creep out onto the field, and the sun is setting to the west behind our camera angles. And that can cause a problem for some passing. Maybe right there, as a matter of fact. Brody Ilstrup missed it, and I think he's talking to his teammate about that. If it's right in the middle of the sun, it's going to be hard to catch a small object just like that. So unfortunate turnover for the Orioles, and now the Red Knights have it on attack. That's number 5 for Benilde. Breeden Tosin, or no, excuse me, that is John Stone, and he gives it up. And that is Eric Weber, takes a shot, and he misses wide right. So a little anxious again. They scored some goals from closer range, which does require more effort, but with a 6-1 lead, it's not the worst thing in there. They take another shot, just sort of like they kind of did the first quarter, is they worked harder for those goals and then just were content to sit back and take shots from farther out. Less dangerous, hurts less. So that's number 18, Shea Kenny Leonhardt up top. That's Weber. Leonhardt takes a shot through traffic and wide left. So The Red Knights are not doing so well from farther out on their shots. They've missed, I think, every one of them. So that is Edmund Hose out there, or excuse me, yeah, Edmund Hose, number 4 in the far corner. He has it again, and nice cross pass to Leonhardt. And he drops it momentarily, but nice recovery by him. And he gets it over to Weber, who's on the right wing. Leonhardt, now that might, I don't know if he, I think that was not a Sun issue. I think he tried to make a move before he actually had the ball. So Weber once again, Leonhardt and Weber working this side, and there's a pass, and he misses Edmund Hose. That was a little off the mark as he was running right into number 31 for the Orioles, Sam Crary, the junior defenseman. So that's a turnover, and now the Orioles will have it, and that's Will Lott. Last time he brought the ball up, he did one of those things, and that's exactly what happened. I think that strategy needs to stop. That's 2 turnovers now, potentially. Still undetermined who has this ball, and yeah, that is a turnover. That's on Will Lott. Unfortunately, it's 2 breakout passes that have gone awry, and the last one led to a goal, and let's see what happens here. Van Overbeek hits the crossbar. Almost did end up in that 7th goal for the Red Knights, and the Red Knights will retain possession. Edmund Hose, oh, there's the replay right off the crossbar. Nice camera work there by our crew. Okay, back underway. That's Quinn Eland up to Ben Schreers. So they got their starters in there now. Yeah, Leonhardt was shaky a little bit there on offense. Another Van Overbeek. He wanted that shot back. He's sure frustrated by hitting the crossbar and thought he'd take a second shot at it right away. Maybe impulsive, and this time he missed it over the crossbar. And that will result in the Orioles have it. So Mitchell Vortherms is going to bring it up. They've hopefully will abandon Will Lott. That's not his forte. He's a heck of a goalie. He's done so well. Well, now he does have it back. And there, that pass is a little bit shorter. Nicely done there that time by Will Lott to number 12, Kyle Hedblom. Ball is loose. And the Orioles just having a hard time. And number 44, excuse me, for the Red Knights, Jack Wrigley in the long stick, scoops that up, and now that's Brian Arnold, number 19, in the shadows. Boy, that pass got in there in the sun. Nice job with the reception is Edmund Hose, and he gives it up to Quinn Eland, who then in traffic loses the ball, and that's number 14, Grant Plender with it in the long stick, and he is accosted by Edmund Hose, and he forces a turnover, and that's Ben Scheer with it, number 22 in the corner. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. Quinn Eland up top, over to Ben Scheer now. This time Scheer's on the left side, looking for an angle. Gets it back behind to Eric Weber, 27. So much like they started the game, everyone's in their normal positions. Van Overbeek is in the center now, looking for a pass. Quinn Eland now on the left side. Now they are exactly how they started it. Quinn Eland takes a shot, and a save by Will Lott. Once again, for a moment, he didn't know where it was. Nice job, and nice job getting the ball right out there. And yes, Benji Weiberg handles a nice pass there in the middle, and he has control, and they are, oh, and he loses it again. Boy, Benilde is so good at poke checking those balls loose. They've caused at least a dozen turnovers there, or at least opportunities of loose balls. So on the whistle, the Orioles maintain possession. That is Brody Ilstrup. He got their first and only goal for the Orioles tonight. And he is the guy to watch on offense for the Orioles. Last week he scored 5 goals all in the second half to lead the comeback against Providence Academy. And that's Ilstrup with it. He takes a shot, and into the sun. He is way off the mark. Very high over the crossbar, but the Orioles will retain possession at the 3:30 mark. It's number 29, Zach Ryan. Still has it, trotting behind. Oh, and that pass over the head and in his eyes, that was also in the sun, intended for number 22. Ben Shear, or excuse me, that was Dante Nord, and that went off the mark. So we have a whistle and a stoppage. And now a play underway here. Exactly 3 minutes right now to go in the second quarter. Benilde has it. Ben Shear up top there. You can see the shadows starting to creep more and more onto the field, and that ball also may have been a victim of the sun or the missed pass. That was an easy pass, and they're very good at passing, but that sun is right in their eyes right now, and we've seen now a few passes go awry because of that sun. If you're a coach, you almost got to play it. I don't see these guys have any visors. I suppose it's so quick. You're in the sun, you're out of the sun. I don't know how you switch that visor so fast. May not even help either. So, okay, Brody Ilstrup with a nice pass, and it, oh, God, right on the mark to Kyle Hedblum, and he can't handle it. He would have had a nice chance for a turn and a shot, and it ends up with being a turnover, and the ball comes out to midfield, and it is picked up by Benilde's own number 19, Brian Arnold. And now Eric Webbett has it down in the right-hand corner. So Will Lott there in goal, number 2. He's looking right into the sun. It would be a good place to take a shot from the right side as you face the goal, because the sun is going to be right in Will Lott's eyes. If I'm Will Lott, I want to have all shots to the right where they are now. So that's Quinn Elin going against Mitchell Vortherms, and so the Red Knights take a timeout with 1:45 to go in the half. Probably just to discuss the last minute and 45. The last thing the Red Knights want to do is give up a goal here with 1:45 to go. That's what they did right at the tail end of the first quarter, and it definitely gave the Orioles momentum. But they have not been able to capitalize on that momentum, however, because they still only have the 1 goal. There's Benilde talking it over. Players look like they're listening attentively. See if we notice any change in strategy when they come out. There you can see the coach in the sunglasses there with the hat, doing a lot of talking. Benilde has only lost twice all year long. They're number 1 in the section. They're ranked in the top 5 in the state. So they are the team to beat. They have a very, very talented and skilled team, experienced, well coached. The Orioles definitely have their work cut out. But they came back in the second half, so they have still an opportunity. The game is not out of hand, only a 5-goal difference, and that can be made up real quick in lacrosse. So, okay, players back out, and we're underway. Shear up top, Quinn Elin on the left. That's Edmund Hose now behind the net, and Weber's now in front with Van Overbeek. So they've got 2 people in the middle, so it's a little change in strategy there. So Edmund Hose has the whole back behind the goal section, and they've got more attackers out in front. There's Van Overbeek as they shift around. So a rotating type of offense, quick little passes, looking for the open guy. Really looking for the Orioles to get out of position and not, oh, a nice job there. Ball loose. 1:12 to go. Who has it? Yeah, the the Red Knights come away. The Brian Arnold. And we are now at the 1-minute mark in the half. So Quinn Elin on the left, back behind to Edmund Hose, number 4. He'll try to use that net to screen a pass, disguise it. Quinn Elin on the left side going against Mitchell Vortherms, number 6. Behind the net to Edmund Hose. Arnold. He likes to take a shot there, and nice defense being in the way by Caleb Messick, number 16. Big, tall kid, was in good position, and Arnold really did not, was able to get a very accurate shot as a result. So Benilde still has it, and we're now at the half-minute mark. And Shear fakes a shot, gives it up to Arnold. Shear over to Quinn Elin. Gets turned away, and a shot by Shear, and a goal! second goal of the night for Ben Shear. And what made that shot effective was where the bounce was, right at his feet. Watch that. See? Very difficult when it's right at the feet. So nice job by Ben Shear, having a much more accurate night, shooting at the net. 7-1, 18.3 seconds to go. Garcia in for the Orioles to take the ensuing faceoff against Coleman Reese. He's taken all the faceoffs thus far. And the Orioles win that one. Nice job by Ernesto Garcia, and he quickly gets it poked away, as has been the case all match. 7 seconds to go. Ball loose at midfield, and we got a whistle. And that's a turnover. So here come the Red Knights, 2 seconds. That's number 7, Alex Wiebert, and he takes a shot at a goal. Will it count? No, they wave it off. Orioles catch a break right at the end of the second half. I don't know if we have the replay. Well, we won't have the clock, so we won't be able to tell. So that will be the end of the second half. Here's on that replay with the goal. Just a little late. Nice shot. All this, yep, the player stopped moving, so good call there by the referee. So that concludes the first half, 7-1 Red Knights.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back. We are just underway here in the semifinal, Section 5 boys lacrosse varsity match. Semifinal playoff, Benilde. We're just underway here in the third quarter. Benilde will be going from our right to our left on this gorgeous night from the campus of Benilde St. Margaret's. Number 1 ranked Red Knights versus the visiting number 4 ranked Orioles. And underway, Quinn Elin is on the left there with the ball. And that is Ben Shear up top. And on the right is Brian Arnold. So it looks like we have the exact same starting lineup. There's Eric Weber in the middle, Edmund Hose on the left, and behind the net is, there he is, Van Overbeek. So Benilde off to a 4-0 lead, then gave up a goal late in the first quarter if you're just joining us. And then they got the next 3 in the second quarter, and they're up 7-0. And there's a shot by Quinn Elin from long range. He's wide right. And Benilde will retain possession. That's Van Overbeek with it. Just underway here, third quarter, semifinal playoff lacrosse. Great action coming from Benilde St. Margaret's tonight. Both teams playing well. Will Lott, in goal for the Orioles has been their savior so far. The score could be a lot worse if it wasn't for his heroics in goal. So Benilde still with the ball here. We're a minute and a half into the third quarter, 10:25 to go, and there's Quinn Elin, and he takes another shot, and that is also wide right, so 2 shots by him, and Benilde is content just to take shots from the perimeter. They do much better when they work that ball just a little bit more inside. So, but they are up 7-1, so there's no reason to, oh, and Ben Shear goes down. I didn't see, it looks like he may have a cramp. He looks like the kind of pain could be a cramp. I didn't see a collision. Let's see the replay here, and let's see, there is a push from behind by 21. Liam O'Neill, that could have got him in the kidney, and that's what I think it is. I think he's holding his kidney there. That is what I thought when I saw the cross check that low on his back. That can be tough. A possibly bruised kidney, I'm thinking. Right there, ouch. That is a very vulnerable, boy, I don't know if there should be a penalty. Everybody's down on their knee, concern, showing respect and concern for Ben Shear. Yeah, there's a reason why in pro boxing you can't reach around and punch the kidney, and because, I mean, it can bleed. So he's gonna get up, but I don't know if they're gonna let him play unless he gets some more thorough evaluation. That could end the night for Ben Shear. Yeah, he's slow getting off. Those are painful. But he should be okay. It just all depends on how much of a bruise shows up on that kidney. Hopefully be okay, but yeah, he's taking his time getting off, and that, so in for him is a great name, Shea Kinney Leonhardt. I love to say it. So he's gonna take over for Shear, and that also shuffles the lineup a little bit. So Ben Hose is in the back. Weber now takes the right side. Brian Arnold moves from the right to the top. Quinn Elan still maintains the left, and he misses that ball. Took his eye off of it briefly, but no harm. The Orioles weren't pressing to get it. That's Jackson Loken, 26, marking Quinn Elan. So Elan up top to Arnold. We'll try to keep an eye and get a report on Ben Shear as to whether he's going to be able to come back in the game or he's done. I'll try to keep an eye on him. He's just walking around gingerly on the sideline. All right, 9:25 to go. Quinn Elan with the ball. Arnold loses it in the sun, I think, and it gets hacked away nicely by number 99, Ben Bakken. And here come the Orioles. Boy, do they need a goal. And there is the guy to give it for him, Brody Ilstrup. He's a magician out there. Big, tough kid, got the knee brace. He moves very well with that knee brace, however. Now he brings it way up top. That's good, just to settle it down. There's that senior leadership, that experience. Cool, calm, and collected Brody Ilstrup. Being guarded closely there by number 17, Evan Eliason, and Ilstrup just goes right by him. Boy, he has uncanny speed. He takes a shot, and a great save there by number 8, Buzz Williams, his best save of the evening. He hasn't had many opportunities, but he came up big, and his eyes in the sun as well. Nice move by Brody Ilstrup, again, demonstrating his talent and skill. Going against, really is a superior Benilde team here. He is really shown some skill there. Just couldn't get that one past Buzz Williams. Great save by him. So meanwhile, back on attack, that's Quinn Elan, number 24. Up top now was Van Overbeek, and they switch places. And he wheels around to Eric Weber, quickly back behind the net to Edmund Hose. Fakes it. Oh, nice pass up top to Elan, and takes a shot, and a save by Will Lott. So the goalie's putting on a show here. We started the second quarter at 7-1, and with 7:54 to go and clock running, it's still 7-1. So nobody scored here in the second half. Edmund Hose behind the net. Eric Weber fighting the sun over there on that far side on the top of our screen, and there's a nice shot. And a goal by Shea Kinney Leonhardt. He darted it into the middle, and when they get passes and cutters in front of the net and connect, that's where Benilde gets their goals, showing great patience and great passing here. Van Overbeek finds him, puts it right where it needs to be so that he can just put it right into the net without any hesitation. Makes it very difficult for any goalie in lacrosse to react fast enough. If that pass had been too low or too far to the right or left, that probably wouldn't have been a goal. But right there where he could, on the way down, look at him jump and shoot at the same time. That is some skill there put on by Shea Kinney Leonhardt. In for Ben Shear, who was injured on a cross check from behind. And in the ensuing, or on the ensuing face-off now, the Orioles have it, and deep in Red Knight zone, that's number 29 with it, Zach Ryan. And the ball comes loose on the errant pass, and now Edmund Hose has it quickly on attack. He comes looking for numbers. It looks like it's even, so they'll hold up. At first he looked this, oh, and there's a nice pass in the middle, and it goes off. No, they called a goal. Did it go through the net? Because let's see the replay. Thank God for that. So let's see what happened. Van Overbeek with the second great assist, and there's the shot. I don't know how that's. I don't think it went into the net. They're calling it a goal. I don't know if we can slow it down, but let's see here. Here's the replay. Van Overbeek with the left-handed and the ball high, and he came out. We can't quite see if it crosses. Let's see. Yes. I think it is a goal. It looks like it might have went through the net. Yeah, they are repairing it. So great camera work by our crew. We can totally see because it doesn't cross the left thing, the left post. Yeah, it goes behind it. So that's a good goal from our vantage point, and there is a repair there, so that makes sense, and that's right where it would have gone. So it looks like there's been a few repairs on that net. Benilde might need to do some fundraising here, fix that net, but that's a good call. So 9-1 is the score, or it says 9-1. I think it's 8-1. So that's a mistake on this. It is 9-1. That's right, because they got that other goal. That's right. So it's 9-1. Benilde scored 2 consecutive goals. So we'll go back to the middle. Doesn't look like the Orioles are contesting the call too much at all. So they're going to accept that call. So Coleman Reese for Benilde. They're going right to left here in the third quarter. As you can see, the shadows are getting longer. And is that Garcia or Justison? That's no, that's number 15. Cole Justison with the face-off. So he started the match taking the face-offs and gave it up to Ernesto Garcia, and they win that one. So they need to get things rocking and rolling here with 6:53 to go in the third quarter. They're down 8 goals to number 1 ranked Benilde. That is Brody Ilstrup. And he had a heck of a second half, and he tries a shot, being guarded very closely by number 17, Evan Eliasson. Nice job by him to force Brody Ilstrup off the mark on that shot. Went over the net, and Benilde takes over. Buzz Williams had his great save earlier on Brody Ilstrup. Really prevented the Orioles from trying to get any momentum, as Ilstrup had a brilliant move to get within point-blank range, and Buzz Williams came up with a save from point-blank range. So on the attack here is Quinn Elan now on the right. Let's see, Brian Arnold now at the point. Down right is Eric Weber. Up to Brian Arnold, back to Quinn Elan. Weber is up the far left of your screen by the referee, and that is Edmund Hose with it. Hose back out to Quinn Elan. Benilde taking their time, passing it very well. That's the impressive thing, is they're passing here, and they really don't turn it over much, although just as I say that, that's exactly what happens. Nice defense by the Orioles, and now comes Benji Weiberg down the right side. There's a hop in his, no, that is Mitchell Vortherms. He takes a shot, he hits the post. Wow. Mitchell Vortherms hits the left post. Bad luck for the Orioles there as he put on a burst of speed to get in position. And now that's another victim of the sun. Zach Ryan had a hard time taking in that pass. You can see the shadows. Here is the shot. He comes right in and bang, just hit the wrong side of the post. If he hits the inside, it might ricochet in, and he hit just a tad on the outside. Okay, meanwhile, Brian Arnold now has it on the attack. That man, number 19. Over to Hose, number 4. Now that is Eric Weber, 27, back. Oh, Ben Shear is back in the game after taking that shot from behind. And a shot and a goal by Quinn Elan. I think that's his third goal of the match. With 4:40 to go, it's now 10-1 Red Knights, as they are now having their way here against their crosstown rivals, Highway 100 rivals, as I like to call them. Nice shot there by Quinn Elin. So back to midfield with 4:40 to go, 10-1, and that is Coleman Reese. He's been at the face-off circle all match long. And that is Cole Justison also at the, and that ball is controlled by the Red Knights. Just when the Orioles got to start winning consecutive face-offs. I mean, are they even going to get 9 more possessions with 4:23 to go in the third quarter? And Benilde is, yeah, there's another victim of the sun. That sun is right there. I would play the right side of the field if I was Benilde. So that is 18. Shea Kinney, Leonhardt now in on the left side. Edmund Hose is back behind the net. Eric Weber on the right side there that just had it. Number 42 is now in the match for Benilde. That's Turner Wine. Looking for a shot, and he gets a pass and a beautiful save by Will Lott. He has had a tremendous game despite the score. Both he and Buzz Williams. Buzz Williams has had very few opportunities to show his athletic skill and goal, but the one time he came up with a great goal, that was a highlight save. And now the ball comes all the way into the Benilde zone. And Buzz Williams gets it out to Turner Wine, and he gets pushed from behind, and there's no call on that, but Benilde retains possession, and Turner Wine is back up after taking the hit. That is resiliency there. There's Eric Weber, 27. Benilde senses an opportunity, and they do score their 11th goal. Eric Weber this time. You could tell he was sensing an opportunity. Just watch him there. And he takes the shot, and he just gets it by on the short side, left side of Will Lott, unable to come up with it. So now the score advances 11-1. And the Red Knights firmly in control, and they look like they're headed to the final. And that's going to be Thursday at Armstrong. They'll play the winner of Robbinsdale Armstrong and the Blake School. If the seedings hold true, Blake School will advance, and that should be a heck of a match, the Blake School versus Benilde. That is also a very big rivalry in these parts in Section 5 lacrosse. But Benilde has to finish it tonight. There's 2:40 to go. 10-goal margin. And it is a pleasure to watch Benilde as they kind of spread it out now, and just their ability to make these passes is not by accident. It may look easy, but that's why they're so good. They're making it look easy. It's not easy. Nice job there. Just those passes are always right where they should be. And there's a turnaround goal. Is that Weber? I think it is. His second consecutive. And at the 2:14 mark, it's now 12-1. Red Knights. Nice turnaround goal by that man, number 27, Eric Weber, the junior attacker. All right, back to midfield, Coleman Reese. And I can't tell who's taking it. It's either going to be Cole Justison or Ernesto Garcia. And that looks like it is. That's Garcia that time. So Cole Justison started out, and he gave way to Garcia, and the Orioles now have it. That's number 24 for the Orioles. Jack Dooley, who gives it up and then leaves the field, and he gives it up to Zach Ryan, number 29. There he is in the corner, being guarded closely by Jack Wrigley. Ryan comes all the way around, looking for an opportunity to run by. The Orioles like to run by their defenders. Meanwhile, the Red Knights usually like to pass it by them. And the problem with trying to run it is if you get cornered like that, it's easy for the defense when they double team to poke it loose. But the Orioles come out of that okay. They still have it with Mitchell Vortherms, number 6, right at the shadow line. And there is a flag. Looks like there's going to be a penalty against the Red Knights. Brody Ilstrup has it, and watch him work, and he takes a shot at a goal. Nice spin move. Brody Ilstrup with the second goal. Nice spin move and a nice shot. The bounce right at the goalie's feet. And as you know, those are very difficult for even the best goaltenders to pick up. Look at that spin moves. He leaves them in their tracks and puts it by Buzz Williams with a perfect shot. So that man, Brody Ilstrup, with his second goal of the evening, comes off. Nope, he's coming back in. So 12-2 now, 10-goal lead for the Red Knights. So we'll still have a whole quarter to go. 1:12 left here in the third quarter, and coming out to take the face-off is someone new, someone other than Coleman Reese. Well, 13 is Garcia, and number 12 for the Red Knights will be taking it. That's Karsten Swensson. He's a captain. So for the first time, Benilde has someone else taking the face-offs. Don't think it was for any lack of ability on the part of Coleman Reese. He had a great percentage, so I think they're just giving someone else a chance. And the ball comes loose, and Karsten Swensson wins it single-handedly as he picks up his own rebound, and he gets hacked on the face by 21, draws 2 flags. 21 for the Orioles is Liam O'Neill, and so Benilde is on the power play right now. Until the Orioles touch it, they will have an opportunity here, and there's another flag that has now gone up. 3 flags on the field, and that draws finally a whistle, and they'll sort it out. So with 42.7 seconds to go, 3 flags, 4 flags now I count on the field. So there's gonna be a 1-minute personal foul. .7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 12-2, as you can see on our screen here. Section 5 semifinal boys lacrosse action, and we have 4 flags and a stoppage. And let's see, there is a Benilde guy down on a knee. I see an Oriole down on the knee. So we have an unnecessary roughness call. So the Red Knights will start with outside the attack zone. And I do see a Benilde player down on one knee as well. So if I count, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So both teams will be shorthanded. My eyes do not deceive me. 14 comes off there for the Orioles, and is he gonna take a knee? Yes, he is taking a knee. So those 2 guys are in the cooler, the penalty box, as it were. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Benilde players. That's Weber with it to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Orioles. So the Red Knights have a 1-man advantage here on attack. 30 seconds to go, and there's a shot and a goal. Edmund Hose this time leaves his normal position behind the goal, comes out up top, takes a beautiful pass from Van Overbeck. There he is, number 1, just waiting, uses the goal as a bit of a disguise. Yep, and there comes Edmund Hose, and no one was there. Everybody was late. And the Orioles could just stand around and stare at that one. They were very, very slow on their feet on defense. So at the 27.5-second mark here in the third quarter, it's now a 11-goal lead for the Red Knights at 13-2. And we go back to the face-off circle in the middle of the field. And it looks like that's Karsten Swensson versus Ernesto Garcia. It is, and this time Garcia, no, he doesn't. He had it, he lost it, still loose. Garcia pushes it back, but he pushes it right to Benilde's number 10, Noah Swindlehurst, another great name, Swindlehurst with it. He looks for a goal and he gets it. Swindlehurst comes into the game. First time we call his name, gets the rebound on the Ernesto Garcia pushback. He didn't look to see who he's pushing it back to, and a 7.7 seconds to go. 14-2 is your score. Yeah, that was, he did thread the needle, and he just took it, and what a nice play by that man, number 10. Okay, back to the center circle, 7.7 seconds to go. And I think that's Coleman Reese in there now again. Is it? No, that's someone new again. That was 29, Jack Rickman, and they come away with it. He has it, and that will be your whistles. He gets, just as he gets it to Swindlehurst, and that will end the third quarter here from Red Knight Stadium. 14-2 is your score.
We love our pets. Our pets are family to us, but disasters can take you by surprise and change your entire life in a second. It's up to you to make sure your family is safe, and the best thing you can do is prepare. To find out how to protect your family, including your pets, in an emergency, please visit the ASPCA website or Tony LaRussa's Animal Rescue Foundation website. Be a responsible pet parent and be prepared.
All right, we're back here at Red Knight Stadium, and we're about to begin the fourth quarter. It's 14-2 Benilde over the St. Louis Park Orioles as we begin the fourth quarter, and the Orioles have to score 12 goals to tie this thing up and send it into overtime, which means they're gonna have to get going here. They're gonna be going from our right to our left, and you can see the shadows are starting to extend even more onto the field, and the Red Knights come away with it. And that is Swindlehurst, number 10 on the right, who got the latest goal for the Red Knights, and Ben Shear now has it. He started at quarterback, and he gives it up to Quinn Elin, and in comes Brian Arnold. So your main attackers up top on offense for the Red Knights are in the match. Swindlehurst is in there now. I think he's in, and that's, who is that? Is that Weber? Yeah, nope, that's number 37 in the match for Benilde now. That is Callum Storrs. He's just a ninth grader, so getting him some playoff experience, smart move by the coach. And so Swindlehurst and Storrs, S-T-O-R-R-S, is in the match, who have had limited playing time so far, but the rest are the major starters. So it looks like Edmund Hose, who I thought played every minute, and he is still in there, Edmund Hose. He has it right now. There's Quinn Elin, there's Shear, and Brian Arnold, just as they started the match in every quarter in this game. And Quinn Elin takes a shot, and he leads off the fourth quarter with the goal. He led off the first quarter and the third quarter with the initial goal for Benilde, and now it's 15-2, and there's 10:30 to go, and now we have the mercy rule in effect. There's the nice replay, nice camera shot there. And we've got a player on a knee. I don't know if he's just taking a rest. Yeah, he is. So there's no face. That was Holder, I believe. So the mercy rule's in effect, which means we have running time. So with 10:09 to go and counting, we go back to midfield, and that looks like Garcia on the right. And who is taking it for the Red Knights here? That is number 2. Seamus Foley this time with the long stick, and the Orioles come out on top as they move into position on offense. That's number 12, Kyle Hedblum with it. Ball knocked away again. That has been a thorn in the Orioles side all game, is being unable to continue to hold those balls. The Red Knights especially effective at checking those balls out of their baskets. Has really made a difference. So Mitchell Vortherms up top there with number 6, going against number 7 for the Red Knights. That's Alex Wiebert, the junior defender there, and that is number 22 for the Orioles. Dante Nord, the junior, and he gives it up almost to number 12. That's Hedblom again. Ball gets away from him again. Loose. Zach Ryan trying to get it, number 29. And that is Seamus Foley comes away with it for the Red Knights deep in his own corner, and he does a nice job getting it out to Buzz Williams, who does a beautiful job getting it out and across midfield. That's number 7 for them, Wiebert, and he gets it into Hose, who gets it to 37, who just came in the game, the 9th grader. Stores takes a shot, goes wide right. Nice job by the Red Knights moving that ball perfectly down the field. Consecutive passes. Just brilliant, just unable to connect on the goal was Stores, the freshman for the Red Knights. So now the Orioles have it. And that is Will Lott, and he puts an outlet pass, and this time it does connect to Hedblom, number 12. Gives it up to Larkin, who, boy, lets that get away from him. Just a lack of concentration there. Gotta watch that ball all the way into the net. And Loken takes a shot at a goal. Nice job by the Orioles. Locum with a bounce pass. This time it was not right at his feet. And it looked like Williams may have lost track of it, but that bounced right into the upper part of the, right behind the crossbar. Look at that. Wow, very effective shot by Loken. A lot of pace on that. And so the Orioles get their 3rd goal. 7:35 to go. Clock's still running because the mercy rule is in effect with a 12-goal lead, but that's exactly what it is. So 15-3. Last time they played was way back on April 20th. The final score was 19-4. It's very similar this time around. So the ensuing faceoff is controlled by Wiebert. Alex Webert. Webert now down the left side into the offensive attack zone, gives it up to Edmund Hose, who gives it up to Shea Kinney Leonhardt. And that is number 42 for the Red Knights. Turner Wine with it now as he comes along the right side. The Shadows have completely covered this half of the attack zone, so there shouldn't be any issues with the sun. Maybe just a few spots there behind the net as I look at Hose. There's some light on his jersey. Up top now to number 20, that's Jerome Newhouse. Newhouse to Wine, to Hose, and he gives it to Leonhardt, whose ball is stopped or blocked by Lott, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the Red Knights will retain possession with 6:25 and running here in the 4th quarter. There's Wine up top to number 20, Newhouse. And that ball goes out of bounds on the miscue on the pass, and so the Orioles will get it with 6 minutes to go in the match. They're down 12, and that pass to midfield misses the mark, but Zach Ryan comes up with it for the Orioles, and he streaks down the right side, being guarded very closely by Jack Wrigley. Wrigley still on him. And there's a pass and a shot by Zach Ryan, and it goes out of bounds, but the Orioles retain possession. I think there's a flag down as I look towards midfield. So the preliminary call is a 30-second technical. Looking to see, I think it might be on the Red Knights. Wine has come off the field. There he is. Oh, there's the guy. That is Webert. So he's going to take a knee on a 30-second technical. At least that's the preliminary call. That is the call. So the clock still's been running this whole time. So now we're down to 5:15 to go and play about to be get underway, and it is. So that is the Orioles. Jackson Loken with it. Up top to Brody Ilstrup, and Buzz Williams comes up with a 2nd grade save tonight, both against Brody Ilstrup, who has 2 of the 3 goals for the Orioles. And so with under 5 minutes, Benilde will go to work, and Weber comes off the bench and is unable to catch the pass, the outlet pass from Buzz Williams, so that's a turnover. And Brody Ilstrup now has it there at midfield, and he gets by one defender, now trying to get by number 12, Karsten Swenson, and he pulls up and gets it over to his teammate, number 12, that's Kyle Hedblum. There's Jackson Loken, 26, he can score, and he does there. He's got the ability to score, and that'll be the 4th goal at the 4:20 mark. The clock is still running on the Orioles. So they have loosened up here a little bit, and they've put in a few goals. They entered the quarter with just 2 goals coming into it, but they've matched that with 2 goals of their own here. But a nice replay there by our camera crew. And Jackson Loken puts it away. So with 4:20 to go, there is now a stoppage because we are within the mercy rules. So there will be stoppages here throughout unless the Red Knights get the next goal. So we go back to midfield and there's a whistle, and that is going to be a violation against the Red Knights, and Benji Weiberg picks it up, number 1. Clock running now, 4:15 to go. And Weiberg, it somehow gets over to Zach Ryan. He looks to score here, and he takes a shot, and it goes wide right.
Possession, Orioles.
And the possession will remain with the Orioles. Here's the replays. He takes the shot, and yep, just wide of the net there. And we're back underway. That's number 22 for the Orioles. That was Dante Nord, and now Jackson Loken has it, trying to put the spin moves. Orioles like to run the ball close, and he tries to touch it just over the shoulder of Buzz Williams and just misses across the crossbar. And the Orioles will retain possession. Clock stopped now with 3:46 to go in the 4th and final quarter of the semifinal boys lacrosse section 5. The winner will go on to take the winner of the Robbinsdale Armstrong Blade School semifinal going on across town at the Blake School. So there's Brody Ilstrup, and he takes a shot from 20 yards away, and that goes over the crossbar. And at the 3:28 mark, the Orioles will retain possession here. They've scored the last 2 goals, but I'm afraid it's just gonna be a little too late. And now the ball gets knocked away, and Weber looking for it, and now it goes back to the Orioles. And that is number 26, Jackson Loken. And he hits it off the crossbar. That's the 3rd post or crossbar the Orioles have hit today, and none of them have gone in. And there's another, it does glance just off the crossbar. So that could have been the difference in 4 goals. And who knows how that would have impacted the rest of the game, but the posts were not good to the Orioles tonight. But Benilde was the superior team. They were very efficient and were able to poke check the ball away on dozens of times against the Orioles, and it really hamstrung the Orioles. So now we go back to midfield. It's all academic now with 2:33 to go, and the Red Knights have it. That's Leonhardt. Turner Wine, number 42. And is there a flag down? There is at the 20-yard line at the top left portion of our screen there. So the Red Knights will have it until the Orioles have it, and that will draw the whistle with 2:12, a penalty. So it's a 1-minute personal foul against the Orioles. Let's see who it's going to go against here.
Will have possession. We'll start with possession on the near side.
So that is number 21 for the Orioles. Will take the knee. Liam O'Neill on the personal foul. I think it's a 1 minute. So with 2:12 left, Benilde is back in action, and Eric Weber, Brian Arnold. It's 37, the 9th grader. Callum Storrs is still in the match, and another flag goes up. Flag down.
Start outside the attack zone. We've got another slashing penalty.
Slashing is the call.
It's a 1-minute personal foul. Now we've got another.
And another flag goes up. That might be
This will be
a technical, maybe. Somebody said something.
30-second technical.
So a slew of calls going against the Orioles here with less than 2 minutes to go. In fact, there's 1:56 left in the match. And so
After the slash, there was an additional 30-second technical added.
So a slash and a 30-second technical added, and the Red Knights will have it here.
For the Red Knights.
And clock is underway, and that is Weber, Hose. So the starters are still in there. There's Quinn Elin. Guess the coach not worried about an injury here late. Hose behind the net now. Red Knights looking for more. And Weber's ball glances off Will Lott. Another save by him, but the Red Knights will retain possession here. 1:32 to go in the fourth quarter. They'll play the winner of Robbinsdale Armstrong at the Blake School on Thursday, and there's a shot and a goal by Quinn Elin. That's his 5th or maybe his 6th goal of the match. And now we're at 16-4, and that will release the penalty. And Ernesto Garcia comes back out for the Orioles to take the face-off. And that will be against number 29, Jack Rickman, a junior midfielder. So there's the replay and the goal. 16-4 is your total. Last time they played on April 20th, it was 19-4. So very similar score and outcome in this semifinal match. And the Red Knights fans in the stands are starting to celebrate early here, as well they should. Their team put on a great performance, deserving of a semifinal win and the right to represent Section 5 in the state tournament. If you like lacrosse and you're watching this, come on out to Armstrong High School and watch them take on the winner of the Blake School in Robbinsdale Armstrong. If it is the Blake School, it was 5-4. They played earlier on May 2nd, and it was just 5-4 win for Benilde. So there'll be a revenge element to that if you're the Blake School, having lost by 1, and it will be for all the marbles. And who gets the right to participate in the state tournament from Section 5? So we're below 1 minute now, under 1 minute, and that is Leonhardt, number 18, with the spin move. Turner Wine, number 42, still has it. Swindlehurst, 10. He had a nice goal a while back here in the second half, and he picks it up, and we're at 30 seconds to go right now. Edmund Hose with it. And Turner takes a shot and loses his basket off his stick, which brings a round of laughter from the stands just below my vantage point here in the booth. Never saw that before, and Turner Wine races off the court, or off the field, I should say, and play now back underway. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it from the home of the Benilde Red Knights. They win the match and the semifinal as the teams come out to celebrate with their goalies. That will do it for Park 16 and Paul Broden, our producer, and our great camera crew. I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.